This next puzzle has gone through 2 or 3 different iterations. It's been giving everyone a ton of trouble, and this is actually version 3 of the puzzle. It's the second major redesign, but as you might expect from the name, the whole point is that the controls interfere with each other, not too unlike the minecart puzzle. And in the first iteration of the puzzle, it was just a bunch of not logic gates, but a bunch of torches at random and repeaters at random behind the scenes, and same with under the floor here. And in the first version, you couldn't see under the floor. And it was really, really confusing. People called it trial and error, and they did not like it. And, okay, so I took the whole design out, ripped out all the circuitry behind the scenes, ripped out all the pistons, too, and set in a bunch of memory tapes, a bunch of vertical individual memory tapes, and these buttons control those tapes. And I'm not going to give out exactly what's going on in this video because it's too complicated. I will do behind-the-scenes videos on the circuitry involved in this map. But, okay, the point of this puzzle is, well, there's lava there, and you can't walk through the lava, obviously. And there's also, using that trick again, the too high hallway onto soul sand you can't do. So you can't just sprint through and make it out. See that block there? That block will retract once there's a piece of redstone wire in this tunnel here that'll get knocked out when the water goes through. Anyways, so first things first, the easy part. Let's close all these floor pistons, because water physics, of course, will dictate that it'll flow towards the nearest depression. So I want that one on, but not that one on. So there we go. And I want both of these off. Oops. And there we go. A little bit of interference there, but doesn't matter. It doesn't affect it. Okay. No. Yes. Actually getting better frame rate than usual, which is interesting because I'm recording. Okay. Right, I've been doing this wrong, but I've been doing it in a way that's more work. Basically, each of the memory tapes controls the memory tape after it. So, as you might expect, pressing the first button will switch them all. So if I get these ones first and then have to fix this one, it wrecks them all. Not a big deal, but there's a piece of glass there in case you can't see, so it means you can't just do this, you have to have that piston on. Wait, what? No. No. There's a piece of glass there, so you can't have it flow over the right side, so you have to have this on. In the new version, I set up a little bit, that's not the version I'm playing, slight change that you have to have these extended as well for it to work. In this version, you don't. So, I'm not going to worry about it, actually. Basically, in the new version, there's a piston there as well, which is extended when those are retracted. And you can see that, so I don't consider that cheating. And that's an erroneous piece of glowstone that should not be there. I should not have broken that, but oh well. 2 pieces of glowstone dust into the lava. Okay. Strange, just a slight aesthetic glitch, but oh well. Anyways, this next section of the tape. The reason I added that little rule is because this puzzle became too easy. Okay, that was strange. Oh, I understand what's going on. Yes, I understand what's going on. It doesn't make sense for anyone listening, I suppose, but basically, in addition to the one over, the 6th one also hooks up to the first one, so when any of the ones that affect the 6th one are going to affect the first one. I've got to fix that, but it doesn't make it impossible, so I have solved this. There we go. So, and turn the lava to obsidian. And there's that piece of redstone that got knocked out. Okay, the next one's called Picture Perfect, and as you might imagine, it's a sliding picture puzzle. So, right now I've got black in the corners, white in the sides, and hole in the center. I got to get black on the sides, white in the corners, hole in the center. This one was incredibly hard to figure out how to implement. Not the actual interface, that was pretty easy, but how to get it to check whether the solution was correct. And I won't go into it at all behind the scene, like, well, maybe a tiny bit, but I won't go into any real detail because of just how complicated it is. I'll save that for a video devoted to the purpose of the redstone of this map. So anyways, we'll put up first the normal pistons. Push that white block there. Now there are many ways to solve this. What I'm doing is the simplest. I'm not saying it's the best. But, well, as an engineer I'd say simpler is better, but don't take that the wrong way. Anyone who solved it differently. Okay, and so this is the reason I have the part of it to check whether the hole is correct, because otherwise this would be assumed correct if I treated, white and the hole is the same. So let's flip this down. Basically, behind the scenes, I said I wouldn't go into too much detail, but behind the scenes there are two copies of this mechanism. One that has all wood but a hole in the center, and the other has got wood corresponding to the black, glass corresponding to the white, hole in the center. And all the inputs are hooked up together so that when I, say, do this, above me, that's why there are extra piston noises, above me the corresponding block gets pushed from there to the center. And only when they're in the correct state does it allow this door to open. And that's all the detail I'll go into. Except for one thing, they are solved, but the door doesn't open yet, and that's because I've got sticky pistons selected. Basically, above, and the one that tests the 4 border pieces, I had to put a little torch in to knock the other torches out, the signal torches, when the sticky pistons were selected to prevent interference with the pistons that choose which piston are being activated. And, well, that torch gets knocked out when normal pistons are selected. So anyways, door should open in about 6 seconds. There's a ton of repeaters and torches. Yeah, there we go. Wasn't 6 seconds, but okay. And 2 cake. And for those who don't know what's going to happen next, dropped into a fire pit because, well, that's the end of Portal, and this map is Portal inspired. So that's the end of the testing track. I'm going to respawn and just show you what's beyond that tunnel. Yes, open the door again. And this time I'm going to hack my way through the wall, but just dig my way out. It's nighttime, doesn't matter, I'm on peaceful. So this is the behind the scenes for number 9, Picture Perfect. And this is the one that tests whether the hole's in the center, and above me is the one that tests the placement of the corner pieces, and here's all the torches to transfer the signals. And yes, I copied that right out of a super flat world. I designed it, and hence the bedrock and 3 layers of dirt. Anyways, I'm going to go straight down through here, because that's going to drop me right into number 9. Knocked out some redstone, I don't care. Should have brought a shovel, but oh well. I'm gonna go this way. Whoops, some wool. And there we are, we're in. Anyways, so I'm gonna knock out the pressure plate that triggered that trap. And where is it? There it is. Walk safely past. Basically, just cake sitting on diamond blocks. Cake's unobtainable legitimately because I cheated. And in case you thought this was outside, no, it's just me screwing with you. And that's it for the map. So there's the pistons that made me fall. So anyways, that's it for the map, and hope you enjoyed this, and I hope it helps the people who are having trouble solving the map so that they don't have to cheat to actually get past one of the puzzles if they can't figure it out. So I don't know how to end this video, so I guess we'll just end it here.